Another disappointing evening in terms of the result. What was your assessment of the game overall?
I think it was a bit of a Groundhog Day situation for us, really. I thought that we lose Mamadou Sakho after 10 minutes, so we're already readjusting. But I thought the team in the first half played very well. And then to concede just before half-time was a blow or a disappointment, whatever you like to call it. Use the buzzwords. And second half, I thought we did the best we could do. We were beaten in the end by a fantastic second goal, a wonderful strike, a goal. We kept going. We did the best we could do. And we just have to keep picking ourselves up off the floor and hoping the players really have given so much tonight, we'll be able to recover in time for the next game.
You mentioned Sakho's injury there after 23 minutes. I mean, it's a huge blow for you in terms of the problems you've already got in that position. How's the injury looking at this early stage? Are you able to update us?
Not really, because when there's a pulled muscle or a strained muscle, the doctors won't give any prognosis. Really, they'll wait for the scan. But it's a definite pull. I mean, it'll be some sort of grade tear to the muscle. The big question will be is how big a tear. We've got to hope it's not as bad as Gary Cahill's.
Can I ask about Wilf Zaha's boots in the second half? I mean, it looked a bit pantomime there on the touchline. He had 2, 3, maybe 4 boots brought down to him. It clearly was affecting his play because he was slipping up, and you probably lost him at his best for probably 10 minutes or so.
I don't remember it being quite as long as that, but I mean, obviously it was a problem. The pitch was a bit slippery, and he obviously was finding it difficult to find the right boots. He seemed to find them in the end, but we were fighting an uphill battle at that stage because they'd scored the second goal, and they were able really to sort of just keep the ball at the back and ask us to open ourselves up, if you like, even more than we wanted to.
How important is it that you really try and avoid defeat against Tottenham on the final day? You won't want to go into, albeit a short turnaround in pre-season, on such a long run of defeats.
No, that's pretty obvious, I guess. We'll have to try and pick ourselves up again here and dust ourselves down and try and get people freshened up, because there's a lot of very, very tired legs out there. And then get ready to play another one of the top teams. And, the fact is that, unfortunately, even with all of our best players available and all our regular players available, we'd be looking at a match against Tottenham as a very, very difficult match to win. So nothing changes in that respect, just because we've lost a lot of matches previous to that game. It's going to be a tough one. We'll be obviously doing our level best to get a result. But unfortunately, you don't get that result by just saying how important it is to get it.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay. Any other questions before we go? Andy?
Thank you, Jay. I asked you yesterday about Tyreke Mitchell potentially starting. Obviously, we got the answer tonight. When did you decide on that? And was there any ever doubt that he was going to start? And how did you?
There wasn't. No, there wasn't. I mean, obviously, I didn't want necessarily to give that information out, because obviously the opposition, I thought, might target him even more if they knew that a young lad was making his full debut. And what's more, against one of the best players on the field, a fellow who, unfortunately for us, had a very, very good evening. But I'm full of praise for his performance. I thought he was excellent today, and he must be delighted to have got through that game as he did. Albeit on the wrong end of a score line, but I don't think he could have done any better than he did, and I don't think I could say that his playing instead of Patrick Van Arnold was the difference between us winning or losing.
Thank you, Ron.
Okay.
Pleasure.
Thanks, everybody. We'll leave it there. That's it.